Welcome back to my channel friends, this is Sonia here from Growing Craft and today we are going to make a textured coaster. Now I have already prepped up my MDF base with a white color heavy gesso. I have already mentioned all the supplies linked down in the description box so that it's easier for you to buy them. Now here I have taken up a beautiful stencil and I'm adding my Montmartre modeling paste on it, and yes, I am going to make sure that I cover this completely. And one side of my course is going to have a beautiful texture work, the other side is going to have some nice stamping work. Now I'm going to apply generous amount of modeling paste. I'm going to make sure that I apply this evenly, and once I'm happy with that, I am going to remove all the excessive modeling paste from the sides. This is just to make sure that my coaster looks neat, clean and clear. Now once this is done, then I'm going to use my heat gun and I'm going to dry this up. Yes, drying during this complete course of making this coaster is really important. Once this has dried out, I'm going to use my one coat of varnish. This is just a precautionary which I did because I was not sure if my transforming sheets are going to work really well with my plain texture work. So yeah, a coat of varnish, it is always going to help, and of course I'm drying this. Now this is the sheet which I am going to use. This is super easy. Remove the film, dip it in the water for 10 to 15 seconds and then stick it on your base. Now you can do this on any of the surfaces. I have already tried this with canvas pouches, the glass, the wooden base, the MDF base, and on each and every base it has worked beautifully for me. Now once you are sure that it has sticked well, dab it with a cotton cloth and then very smoothly you need to just slide this down. Be a little gentle and be a little soft, and I'm sure you are going to get this. I just felt that my transfer sheet had dried out a little more, so I'm just adding a bit of water there and sliding my upper layer of paper, and this is done. Ta-da! So yeah, this is done, this is ready, and this looks absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. And now with a very clean and dry brush, I'm just trying to stick it really well, although you don't need to do this step because it sticks very well to your base. Now once I'm done with this, I'm going to add some stamping to complement my design, to complement my color combination. So now this is in a monochrome where I have used the blacks and whites and grays, and trust me, this looks absolutely beautiful in person. I'm not sure how my camera is going to support to have a better picture and the video of this artwork. Now again, I am going to seal this up. Sealing is a very important step which you need to do before doing any of your other mediums. I always suggest to do a lot of varnish because it always adds some extra strength. Now once my varnish work is again done, here I am going to use my grey color chalk paint and I'm going to make sure that I tap this really well on the corners and on the back side of my coaster. Like initially at the starting of the video only, I said that I have used my white color gesso, so I wanted to give a nice grayish color to it. And like I said, I want to play with the monochrome, only the blacks and whites. So this image, the shades of my chalk paint, the color, the stamping, everything looked like they were meant to be like this only. So here with my sponge dauber, I am just daubing my colors here, and I'm going to make sure that I apply this generously on all the four sides, giving a nice edgy look, and then on the back side I'll cover it completely with my same shade. Once my chalk paint is done, it's time to do the background stamping, and here I have my favorite script stamp, and I'm using a permanent ink pad so that when I use my varnish and other mediums, it does not smudges at all. At last, the final coat of varnish, and yes, I prefer to have at least 2 coats of varnish on my artwork so that it becomes easier for me to clean it up later on and it lasts longer for sure. So yes, I am going to do my varnish, then I'm using my heat gun to make sure that this dries up. Then I can add 2 more layers of varnish and we are done here. And once I'm done with the back side of the varnish, then the front side, and this is just going to make sure that your the transfer work, the texture work, the stamping work has been sealed really well. So here we are done, and I really hope that you all enjoyed this video. All the supplies links are mentioned in the video description box. Do check that. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.